Just keep recording in regards to the feedback. I thought you did really well. I think you were very nervous at the start.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Okay.
And that's fine, but you grew into it. I was dreading that you were slipping into just reading out what you'd written up on the PowerPoint, which for me is a really poor way to present, because in my head I'm a grumpy B word, but so I'm just like, I can read quicker than you can speak.
Yeah.
So just, you should have just sent me the presentation. But you didn't, and you actually started to expand on the points, which is what the point of you being up there is there. And being nervous at the start is absolutely fine, that does happen, but I do think you grew into it. I'm glad you made it look a little bit better. I don't know if Ed told you, but I'd seen the start. And I think
did share it with us.
I think my word was, you've got an opportunity to show this to your boss, and it looks like. I don't know if it's in brand, but always make sure your presentations are in brand.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
It's close enough in brand. So the white background, the yellow line,
Yeah.
Which is all our corporate presentations look like. So
excellent. Well, that's good, and I'm glad you took that on board. And I know it's a really aesthetic thing, but we work in the world of shallow aesthetics. So if you're not, you need to be through and through Cooks and Gold. But otherwise, it was well structured. You'd actually thought about the structure. You told us what was coming up. The only big dig I'd have is you didn't mention the competitors.
That's fair enough.
And for me, I was like, I don't know who these people are, but obviously Anne-Marie does.
When you're like trader, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who they are, but you don't. But
I was just like, otherwise, I think it was good. I enjoyed your idea. You were obviously passionate about it, which is 90% of the battle, really.
Yeah.
It's good that you actually looked at the social admin calendar, because that was clearly your base, like kind of your basis, and you were like, well, how can I take that
and
make it a bit different and make it better? So it was good that you used that analysis. I think you took that time to analyse something that was on, because it's easy enough to analyse, the Black Friday stuff that would have gone across the whole website.
Yeah.
But that was social only, so it was interesting that you took that on board as well as everything else that was going on.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. How do you think it went? What do you think went well, or what went wrong?
Pretty well, I think. That's discussed it a few times, but I don't know if that's to be expected. That's probably nerves as well. I don't know, maybe. I don't know what else I could include.
It'd have been nice to have seen on the competitors. It's just another thing, because for me, coming in new, fresh, and sort of with my experience, I could shine a light on something completely different because I'm new to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know the market, so it'd have been nice to see maybe what the competitors did at Christmas.
Right. Okay.
Unless you totally nicked that idea. But what did Rio Grande do at Christmas? What did freelancers do? Maybe find the biggest freelancer, because it'd have been there's a difference in copying and homaging, as Quentin Tarantino often says. But looking at seeing what other people are doing. But I like the idea, because it responds to your audience as well. 35, 44, they'd all know. If your audience was 16 to 21, I'd be like, they don't know what Wheel of Fortune is. It doesn't exist anymore. That ain't going to respond. But video games people do that all the time, and they're usually streets ahead in marketing.
I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah, you're going to build it. You'll have to get it made.
Yeah.
There's an arts centre up there, isn't there? You won't get it made.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be part of it. That could be part a little stakeholder. If you've got charity involved or something like that, get some kids from somewhere to design it or make it. And hey, as soon as you get a school involved, that's an extra 500 people just plopping on and having a look.
Yeah.
You never know where that'll go, but that's somewhere in the future. How about yourself? What do you think went well? And
I think I agree that at the start you're clearly nervous, but when you got more onto the the SWOT analysis ones, you stopped reading it out and you were explaining it, and then when you got into the graphs ones as well, because there wasn't any information on there, and then forced you, and then once you got past them, it then continued on. I think it was really good. Good presentation.